Good morning, students. Today we discussed about chelating agents. What are the different classes of chelating agents and what is the chelation? What is the chelation therapy? Their uses, adverse effects. So first we go to the what is chelation. Chelation is a type of bonding of ions and molecules to metal ions. In chelation therapy, this is usually used to remove toxic metals from our body. Chelation therapy is a medical procedure that involves the administration of chelating agents to remove heavy metals from our body. Chelation therapy can be traced back to the early 1930s. Chelation therapy itself began during World War II when chemists at the University of Oxford searched for an antidote for lucite, an arsenic based chemical weapon. The chemists learned that EDTA was effective in lead poisoning. So these chelating agents, that means heavy metal antagonists, this main role is binds the heavy metal ions and make them non-toxic, and this make the complex non-toxic, and this leaves the heavy metals from our body. This is the chemical complex. This chemical complex is called as chelate, and this therapy is called chelation therapy. These are the main uses of chelating agents, that is the specific antidotes for heavy metals. They form stable, soluble, non-toxic complexes and in easily excreted form. These metal chelates are water soluble. Next we come to this chelating agents. Chelating agents, these are the most commonly used chelating agents. Dimercaprol as BAL, dimercaptosuccinic acid, Sasimer, disodium EDTA, calcium disodium EDTA, calcium disodium DTPA, penicillamine, desferoxamine, defibrone. These are the chelating agents. In the 1916, BAL, this dimercaprol, was modified into DMSA, that is dimercaptosuccinic acid, a related dithiol with a far fewer side effects comparing to BAL. So first we go to this BAL. So dimercaprol is a British anti-lewisite. His main action, this acts by forming chelation complex between its sulfahydryl groups and given immediately after exposure to the metals. It is usually administered parenterally. Parenterally administered with the vehicle peanut oil. They have a short plasma half-life. The main indications indicated in metallic intoxication due to arsenic, mercury, gold, bismuth, lead, nickel, thallium and antimony in conjunctions with sodium, calcium EDTA for lead poisoning. It is also useful in case of Wilson's disease. Main contraindications in iron and cadmium poisoning. Next come to this adverse effects. Increased blood pressure, burning sensations in lips, mouth and throat, nausea, vomiting, sweating, pain in chest, throat or hands, painful sterile abscessia at site of injection, hemolytic anemia in patients with G6PD deficiency, hypertension, tachycardia, salivation, lacriations and conjunctivitis. Next drug is D-penicillamine. It is a monothiol prepared by alkaline hydrolysis of benzyl penicillin, and chemically this drug is beta-dimethyl cysteine. These are the uses: copper, mercury and lead poisoning, Wilson's disease, cystinuria, scleromia, rheumatoid arthritis. Adverse effects are skin rashes, proteinuria, bone marrow depression, nausea and loss of taste sensation. Terentine, this is a less toxic alternative to penicillamine. It is also effective orally. Adverse effects are iron deficiency. Another drug is desferoxamine. It is an iron chelating agent available for intramuscular, subcutaneous, intravenous administration. It forms a stable water soluble iron complex, that is ferroxamine, that prevents the iron from entering into further chemical reactions. It readily excreted in the urine, giving the urine a characteristic reddish color. It can also chelate aluminum, and this is useful in aluminum overload. It is primarily a chelator used in acute iron poisoning and chronic iron overload, as in thalassemia patients needing multiple transfusions. Adverse effects are flushing, urticaria, hypertension, shock, tachypnea, hypoxemia, tachycardia, cardiac arrhythmias. Convulsions, erythema, swelling, GIT disturbances, dysuria, fever, allergic skin reactions. These are some other adverse effects. Its long-term therapy causes leg cramps, and reversible ocular and auditory disturbances have also been reported. Another drug is Desferal, is an acute iron intoxication. Initially 1 gram IM followed by 500 mg every 4 hours for 2 doses. Subsequent doses of 500 mg are given 4 to 12 hourly depending on response, maximum 6 gram in 24 hours. Chronic iron overload 0.5 to 1 gram IM daily. In addition, 2 gram IV infusion given separately with each unit of blood transfused. Next drug is disodium EDTA, disodium salt of ethylene diamine acetic acid, is a potent chelator of calcium. It can be used for emergency control of hypercalcemia. It causes tetany on IV injection. Next drug is calcium disodium EDTA. It is a calcium chelate of disodium EDTA. It is high affinity for metals like lead, zinc, cadmium, copper, manganese and some radioactive metals. It is usually administered IV route. It is distributed extracellularly excreted unchanged in urine by glomerular filtration, carrying the toxic metals along. It is primarily indicated in lead poisoning. It is also useful in iron, zinc, copper, manganese and radioactive metals, but not mercury poisoning. Adverse effects are nephrotoxicity, anaphylactic reaction, chills, body ache, malaise. Difiperon is another drug, is an orally active iron chelator. It is useful in acute iron poisoning, iron overload in cirrhosis, transfusion cirrhosis in thalassemia patients. Adverse effects are anorexia, vomiting, altered thirst, joint pain and neutropenia. And the drug is Deferoxarox. These are treatment of chronic iron overload due to frequent blood transfusion in thalassemia. High affinity for iron and least affinity for zinc and copper. Purzurin blue ferric hexacyanoferrate is the treatment of contamination with radioactive cesium and non-radioactive thallium. It also reduces the biological half-life of cesium from 110 days to 30 days, thallium from 9 days to 3 days, and therefore reduces time of body exposure to radiation. These are some important chelating agents, their clinical uses and toxicities. Important as is ferroxamine is a good used in good iron poisoning cases. Toxicities are hypertension, pulmonary neurotoxicity. Dimercaprol is effective in arsenic, lead and mercury poisoning. These toxicities are severe stimulation, GI distresses and thrombocytopenia. EDTA is are effective in lead poisoning, is a potentially nephrotoxic drug. Penicillamine is effective in copper poisoning and Wilson's disease. Toxicities are autoimmune disease, hypersensitivity and nephrotoxicity. Sacimor, these are effective in lead poisoning. Toxicities are GIT distress, rashes and CNS effects. Thank you very much for your patient listening.